everybody, again, welcome to a Thursday edition of the Casual Report. I'm with Dan and Bish today because Jam, finally, I've got some bad news about Jam. I'll tell you in a second, but first, Bish is here. How are we, Bish? And I've got the fucking Twitter names wrong.
I'm
way
doing
around.
Great, thank you, man. How are you?
I'm living the dream, mate. What have you been up to?
Living the dream. Mate, I've been up to all sorts. You've seen me streaming like crazy this past week.
Yeah, I've been all over it, mate. You know what I mean? What have you been playing on your streams, mate?
I've been playing a bunch of stuff.
We know that one. What else have you been playing?
The Binding of Isaac, of course.
Yeah, of course, that one.
We know that that's the obvious one that I'm gonna be playing. I play that daily now on my streams, which is quite fun.
Get some wins in, mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
I also I've been playing a lot of Halo 4 since that release.
Oh, cheeky! Tell me about it.
2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Tell me about it, mate.
Really good. They've done a fantastic job of the MCC. Go back and play the MCC if you're a fan of Halo, because they have since improved it and made it a lot better. And if you've not played it for a while, then highly recommend you go check it out, because
I don't think I've played Halo 4 ever, so who knows?
I think it's right.
You know what I mean?
So, right, I've been talking about hardware and stuff on my streams previously.
Yeah.
And Xbox 360 was when Halo 4 originally released.
It was at the
end of the cycle. Yeah, it was at the end of the cycle of the Xbox 360, and they pushed out Halo 4. So when they released Halo 4 on the Xbox 360, it was so bad in terms of frame rate and FPS and stuff like that.
Question.
Go on.
Would you rather them saved it for the Xbox One launch?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Carry on.
Yeah, 100%. Because it was so bad on launch with the Xbox 360's hardware that you couldn't play Forge maps properly.
They're the ones you make, right?
They're the ones that you make, yeah. Right, that's the map maker, yeah. So when you make a map, you put loads of effort into it. You put loads of time in. Usually more times than not, usually a day it takes, probably a full day, like 24 hours-ish, to make a map really decent. And then you can't play it because it's just unplayable. Like that's how bad it was in the Xbox 360. The split screen was awful as well. That's actually one of the reasons why they moved over to single player only on Halo 5.
I remember saying that to me.
Was because of the split screen, because it was just so bad. But yeah, the hardware just did not fit the game at all. Now that it's out on the MCC on the PC, smooth as a baby's bottom. It's incredible. It plays incredibly well. I have not had this much fun with a Halo game for ages, and I really do mean ages.
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 Ooh, nice.
I'm having a great time with it, and I'm really enjoying it.
I'm buzzing for you, mate.
And I'm playing Gears Tactics on the stream tomorrow as well, which is going to be good.
I said
I'd get round to it. I said I'd get round to it.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I can't wait to see what you think, because I'm biased, as you know, but
of course.
See someone who not really into Gears have a word and see what they reckon.
Yeah,
I've been playing Halo and Binding of Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You've been up to much outside of video games, or you've been locked down like a madhead, banging your head against the wall?
Just working. Yeah, that's
grafting,
really.
mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funny story about work. I had a 1-to-1 at work today, and I've not been there for about 3 weeks. They were like, "I just feel like getting on." I'm like, "Sat at home, mate." Do you know what I mean?
There's not really much you can do.
Yeah, whatever. Chilling.
That's a pointless 1-to-1, but okay, fair play.
It was, but it's sound, because it was about 15 minutes, and we just talked about games for about 10 minutes. So,
that's fair play.
What you been doing? Huh? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, joining me in Bish today is Dan. Daniel, how are we?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Living the dream, mate. What have you been playing? I think I know what you've been playing. You best have been playing what I think you've been playing.
Halo 3.
Why are you playing Halo 3?
Yes. Why? Because I had a bit of a laugh with my friends.
That was Halo 3, don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, Bishop will probably know best about this, but they've added like certain new things like skulls and other things that you might not have had previously in Halo games.
I know that.
And we decided to put on. It basically said underneath the description, the corps handing out rifles and wings.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have a clue what it was at all. Right. We just put it on and off we went. I pressed A and did a teabag in the air, as you do. It's Halo, and literally you'd float in midair.
Why?
And it was like
The new skull's incredible, by the way.
So
it's so great.
So essentially, what we did was we flew all the way through the levels, skipping like massive parts of the game.
Yeah, it's great.
You go so
quick. You go so quick that you actually fling into like trees and stuff like that, and you just get one shot and killed immediately. It's great.
Yes,
it's incredible. It's such good fun.
So the funniest part was so we reached the end of the level. You know, the anticlimactic. You drive the warthog through the end of the level.
Episode, yeah, Halo mission, yeah.
Yeah, my mate Sam flew past me and killed me in the warthog. So because I was like, I'm not doing this any other way. And you just saw him zoom across the screen. He makes it to the end, and then my body just plummets to its death. And I was like, oh my god, this is just, it's amazing. It was the best skull ever.
Do you remember my super driving skills on that Bish?
I do remember your super driving skills in that game. Yeah.
I smashed it, mate. I did. I was all over it.
I love that bit.
Yeah, Dan, you been playing anything else or just Halo?
Not in the last 2 days.
You've not been playing another game that you should have been playing.
I haven't had time, mate.
You've got loads of time, mate.
No, loads of time. I'm probably gonna play it tomorrow.
Good. You should play it tomorrow. You should play it every day because it's amazing. I played it today, by the way.
Did you?
Was it there? You know, mate.
On what? What have you been playing it on?
That. Let's go play the PS5 near. Fucking buzzing, mate.
How are you finding the PS5 so far?
Oh, mate, just Bishop. Right. That's what I've been playing first. Dead quick. Gears 5, new shits on it. It's cool. Whatever. Trying to get some more characters in Elite Smash, but I'm banging on the ceiling with Shulk and Captain Falcon and Palutena, but nothing yet. But I will let you know. And this came today. Don't know if you can see.
Just not a big box, deal. It's
mate. Just it's going to piss
me
off.
Massive box. Yeah.
Look at that.
It's so big. It's such a big console.
Humongous.
I can't even have a nice selfie with it because it's too massive.
How are you fitting that on your?
It's going that way.
It's going that way. Okay.
Yeah, I can't fit that way. It's going nowhere to fit like that. Do you know what I mean? But like that, it's chilling, mate.
It's actually kind of insane how big.
It's massive. Don't get me wrong. And the controllers are nice, mate.
The controller does look nice. Yeah, it does look really nice.
It is that. It fits in the hand nicely.
Yeah,
it's quite ergonomic. They're getting better.
Have you had anything to do with the adaptive triggers or anything like that?
I was kind of hoping on Demon's Souls earlier it was gonna, but it wouldn't do it.
How's Demon's Souls?
I was fucking hacking, mate. It was all over.
Let me know. Come on, I need to know the details, Jack.
Right, the foliage is sublime. The foliage on there. The foliage is beautiful.
What I'm interested in is the frames per second. How good is the frames?
Pretty steady. Pretty steady 60.
Pretty steady. Okay.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I've only done the first, but right. I was doing the tutorial bit.
Yeah.
Going through, and I'm chilling here, mate. Fucking laying waste to all these dickheads. Like, yeah. Bishop don't know what to talk about. Dead easy. Walk through this bit of fog, this Vanguard demon thing. He goes whack, and I'm like, bro.
I know exactly what you're on about.
What the fuck? And he killed me, and I'm like, bro. And I went to something called the Nexus, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
it's a big room with stairs. I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. Stood in there for ages, waiting for this other bit to load because I didn't download the bit I needed to carry on.
I see. Okay.
So I stood in there for like 5 minutes, going, right, lads, yeah, sound.
Do me a favour.
The blacksmith's like, do you want to buy any weapons? I'm like, I've got no fucking souls, mate. I can't. So
yeah, do me a favour. Let me know how the frames pan out once you download it fully, because usually more times than not it tends to be a little bit ropey. Usually, I mean it's PlayStation 5, so it might not be, but
seems fine. It's good. And I played that, Nier, and
Spider-Man.
Resogun's mint, mate.
Resogun. Have you not played Spider-Man yet?
No, I've installed it. I've not had a go because I didn't want to play too little. I didn't want to play little bits of a lot. I just wanted to have a mooch. You know what I mean?
I'm extremely jealous of you right now.
It should be, mate.
One question for you: the triggers.
Yeah.
I've heard they're quite almost stiff. Is that true?
I mean, these ones, like
they're quite. You have to put a bit more force into them to actually.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
God, they feel heavy, don't they? They sound heavy.
Yeah, they seem fine.
Because I've got massive fingers, mate. You know what I mean?
But
it's fine. the one thing that annoys me about Demon's Souls, Bishop, I don't know if you agree with me here. I don't like melee attacks on the back buttons. I can't get my head around it.
It's been like that for a lot of the Souls
games. That must be one of the reasons why I'm not a Souls person.
I'm very used to it, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from a
God of War did it, and I had to change it straight away. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm not get used to it because it is actually very useful to have them in the back buttons. It's just but I completely understand where you're coming from. It can be quite unusual.
It's going to take a bit of getting used to, mate. You know what I'm saying?
There's only one thing that I don't like about Demon's Souls at the moment, and it's the UI. I just don't like the UI.
Mate, I have no reference, so I'll take your word for it, mate.
It's the only thing that I don't like about it. I've been watching streams and stuff like that. It looks absolutely stunning. It's a breathtakingly beautiful game.
It's the best looking console game I've ever played.
And just quickly, I'm going to say this: the fact that it's a remake.
Yeah.
They actually haven't changed much. It is technically a remaster, other than a few little details here and there. But I love that. I absolutely love that. That is what you should go for, and it's definitely going to be my Game of the Year contender, I think.
Yeah, I thought something to put. Carry on.
Yeah, it's just one of those games that's been very, very well done remake-wise, and I think that they've done a fantastic job of being in that situation and not only taking it and making it look absolutely stunning, but also making it better than it ever used to be. And that's what I love about it.
It's decent. Like I said, I'm not a Souls guy, but it's cool. But yeah, there's a door that people have found that wasn't in the first one, but the original one. And people don't know how to open it, and I'm just like,
there's like some sort of mystery going on about some random door.
What's in it?
Yeah.
Probably enough. Probably a big boss that's gonna fucking smash your face in, but
yeah, probably.
I love it though. It's so cool.
Yeah, man. But anyway, anything to add?
No.
We move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Scores in.
That's cool.
Scores on the doors though. Game's out tomorrow. I'm interested. I'm not interested. I am interested in, but
cool.
What's out tomorrow?
What do you mean? What's
Age
out
of Calamity.
tomorrow?
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, Age of Calamity out tomorrow. The Breath of the Wild Hyrule Warriors fucking game.
Oh yeah.
The reviews dropped yesterday, and I'm chilling. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not going to get it straight away. I'm not sure how you guys feel about these Dynasty Warriors style games with different franchises. Do you give a fuck or what? Like Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, the fucking the Persona 1.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know this was even coming out.
You didn't know this was coming out?
No.
Mate, there it is. You don't give a fuck. But anyway, I'm going to fucking show the scores anyway, because that's what I do, mate. It's sitting...
Fine.
Fuming. It's sitting at 79. Which isn't bad. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's pretty good for what the first game actually didn't do too well, did it? If I remember correctly.
I have no idea. I mean, did you play the first one?
No. I'm not big on these style of games, to be fair.
You love these style of games. Stop lying, mate.
Not for me.
Yeah, 49 positive reviews, 10 mixed. The gist is it gets the style of Breath of the Wild right, but it is another Dynasty Warriors game. If you're not into Dynasty Warriors game, there you go. You're probably not gonna like it. Metro Game Central probably hit the nail on the head. Say the best Dynasty Warriors style game ever made, which means it's slightly north of mediocre.
Yeah.
There you go, everybody. That's what they say.
I completely agree with that one. Yeah, it's
Nintendo Life say, I'm not going to read all that, but they say it's pretty good. That was just an update on that one. That's doing me in. What was there going on about? Age of Calamity.
Yeah.
When it first got shown, I was like, I don't want this. But then it was like, it looks kind of like Breath of the Wild, which is cool. And then all the shit's in it, like Impa, and if you don't know Zelda, I'm just going to be speaking Latin to you now, and I'm sorry, but I don't care. Like Impa, the fucking baby guardian thing, and I'm like, yeah, come on, I'm in. But then I see the game, I'm like, no, It's just like maybe when it's 20 notes. We'll see when it's 20 notes.
Yeah,
I'll see how I feel.
Another Ghost of Tsushima. I cannot pronounce that. I can never pronounce it.
The game's really good. To be fair,
it looks very strong. It's
good. I'm glad I bought it off my mate for 25 quid.
Nice.
Right, should we crack on or what? Yeah. First things first, Dan. Apparently, you never cook vegetables, and Mary's fuming. So there's that.
We're talking, boys, non-gaming related. Sounds about right.
Jan, we do me a massive favour, mate.
What?
You cook some veg for me. Cheers. I appreciate it very much.
Mary's fuming.
Mary is always fuming. Mate. However, I have 3 games. Well, I don't have 3 games. You know what I mean? 3 games up for grabs on Epic Games Store. Elite Dangerous and The World Next Door. Get them. Why not? They're free. You know what I mean?
I couldn't even make it past the tutorial in Elite Dangerous.
You don't like Elite Dangerous because it's got quite a cult following.
Mate, it looks great. I'm not saying that I wouldn't enjoy it if I could actually play it properly.
Yeah.
It is one of the games that you actually really need to persevere with.
Yeah, it's like Eve, isn't it? Like Eve Online is very much its own thing, and only a handful of people really like it because it's just that type of game.
It is very difficult, I will say.
Yeah.
I actually own it on PlayStation.
Of course you do.
And I got past the tutorial after I'd say about 2 hours, and then I got onto into the main world and everything, and then I ran out of fuel. And that was fuming. So it's a game you have to really persevere with, but I can imagine it's quite rewarding.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I've never played Elite Dangerous, so I have no idea. So
Give it a chance.
Why not? It's free, mate. It's free till the 26th. Exactly. And then from the 26th, this fucking game called Mud Runner's free. So go and get that. I don't know what Mud Runner is. It looks like some tree chopping down. What's it called? Lumberjack game, thank you.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Saber Interactive, they did the Switch version of The Witcher 3. So we'll see what they're up to. You know what I mean?
Fair. It's reviewed reasonably well. It's got 7 out of 10 on Push Square, 67% on Metacritic, and 9 out of 10 on Steam. So I mean, there must be another sort of like cult following sort of game.
Yeah, maybe. Especially with the Steam thing. Do you know what I mean? I suppose there's a little group of people, well, small group of people going balls in, but who cares? However, lads, did you know that the PS5 launched today in Europe?
No.
You know, no idea.
I had no idea. No idea.
That
completely
flown
by me.
On it was, didn't it? Well, anyway, Game, the retailer Game,
yeah.
They're in the shit, but that's just me. Apparently, sorry, they blamed the size of the boxes. Was the issue with getting them out today because they've had to postpone some till the weekend or perhaps later on next week because this is
that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
The UK's biggest video game retailer. Telling you this, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. There's a statement up. I want to bring it up for you. Tom Warren from The Verge has sorted this out for us. He says, statement from Game. Due to the volume of PlayStation 5 in the UK market and the size of the product, the launch has led to the UK-wide delivery challenges for all retailers and couriers. Our aim has always been to ensure that as many orders arrive on time, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Lads, I have a question about Game.
Yeah.
How long do you give them before they go... No, 2 questions. A question and a sub-question. How long do you give them and what do they need to do to survive?
Sell more products.
Sell more
first
products.
Of all.
If it were that easy.
No, getting real. They're a company that have been around for a few years. There are still people that buy from them, i.e., me sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Don't get me wrong, sometimes.
So to be fair, you can get some good deals there and whatnot, but it's one of the whole digital era things where you get less and less people buying games. They need to diversify into other things, I think, as a
like pop figures, obviously.
Well, they already kind of have, haven't they? That's the thing. Is game if you go into game these days now, you can see them buy
it's a wall of
selling
shit, mate.
They sell like loads and loads of phones now. They sell lots of figurines and toys and stuff like that, and loads of other extra stuff that usually you would never find in a game store.
They also need to sort of like compete with CEX, because obviously CEX, they're not the best, but they do.
I hate CEX. I'm just going to tell you now.
Say again?
I hate them.
I don't hate them, to be fair. You can get some good trading prices with them and whatnot if you ever trading in games and stuff.
So why do you hate CEX then?
It's just incompetent, mate. Like, I'm going to tell the story before, but there was a gentleman who wanted all the Sega Saturn games. And he was looking for this one. I'm not sure what it was. It was one of the expensive ones. I can't remember. But he's like, I don't know where it is. I can't find it. He's going to car boots and shit and going around mum and grub shops and things like that. Then he went on CEX. It was like 300 notes. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, go on then. So he bought it from CEX. And when it came, it was like some fucking botched job printed cover with some broken case. And mate, I'd have been fuming. And don't even start on Billington as well, when it's like... Did Billington ever tell you that RAM story?
No.
Where he bought... I think his girlfriend bought some RAM off the internet. It came to him, it was broke. He took it back, and then she bought the same stick again after he took it back because it was broke.
It was fine.
Do you remember it? Oh, I can't... I'll get him to tell it me, and I'll tell it on Tuesday.
I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah.
At some point. So
have a word with him.
We'll have to talk about it. We'll have to talk about it again on the stream again, because
creases,
you ruined
mate.
the punchline, Jack. You ruined the punchline.
I know. I'm sorry, but it was... Yeah, talking about... mate,
I'd be absolutely frustrating. Although in saying that, I've never had any issues with them.
Not personally, but there's some of them.
I can imagine that there will be people around that.
If you go on YouTube and type in CEX, it's all there. You don't even need to type anything else. Just CEX.
Against
it'll all be there.
You know,
everyone's fuming because everyone likes to fume. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In terms of game, though, going back to game, I kind of feel like where they are going, trying to broaden their horizons a bit and try and sell other things, is unfortunately the only way that they're gonna get a bit of money. But how long is that gonna last for them? That's the biggest problem. Is like, I agree with you, Jack. Like how long do you give them? Because
Granger's gone.
Mean, I was gonna say like the problem is it's kind of gonna be like this for all game companies at the moment. It
like how many brick and mortar shops have you just seen now?
Yeah,
like there's one in
insane, isn't it?
Longton, which is 20 minutes from me. That's the closest one. But yeah, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to go to an eBay. Do you know what I mean?
It's just there's just so many other ways of shopping, and especially in the day and age that we live with COVID and in the kind of the lockdowns and stuff like that. More people are shopping online more than ever now, and yes, Game does have its own online store, but it's not appealing enough to...
I think the thing that will probably save them, and I know this is a weird one, but it's the game card, because they've got that subscription service thing. But basically, if you buy anything from Game, they'll give you like I think it's like 15-20% onto the card. So like it's actually a decent amount of money that you can actually just go and spend.
The problem is with that though is that then is the company actually gaining anything from that?
This is the thing. It's hard to say. Mary made use of it. She managed to get herself some Joy-Cons. That's the thing. Is it's good for the customer, but is it good for the business? Because you have to think about it in terms of a business standpoint. Like that's a lot of money to take away from your next purchase. True.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I'd probably give them a year with that. Because at the end of the day,
but I don't know.
It's one of those things where like we're not. It's not like where I work. It's not like you go to a shop to go and see a cooker or a fridge or something like that. It's a video game. It's something that you can just look at online and go, boink, simple as. And that's where it goes wrong for the game.
Mm-hmm. I think
the biggest problem is the branding here, right? So the shop game is it's about games, and the second they start branching out to phones and all this sort of stuff, it becomes less of a game shop and more of just like a CEX type style place, and unfortunately the branding right there is just wrong. Like it's not a game shop anymore. You get to that point.
It's true.
So I don't know. I do agree that I don't think it's going to be long before a game shuts down, which is a shame because they were a good company back in the day.
I think they'll go solely online before they go completely out of business. I would have thought that's something that they'd try and do, but even with the stupid fucking what they call the PC gaming room things they have, I can't remember what they're called.
Stuff like that?
Yeah, they do have in the bigger stores. They have like e-sport areas.
Yeah, you can play Overwatch and that. It's like a $10 an hour.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I just sit here and play it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You still have to pay. You have to pay for that stuff, don't you? I mean,
yeah, it's
not a lot of people have that luxury.
Yeah, probably good place to host tournaments if you're into that. Like if we were to host a Smash Brothers tournament there, we'd probably
that makes sense.
What's going down. I don't think even then. I don't think that's enough to save it. Like our gaming now,
it is a lot of money, that isn't it? Yeah.
The crew now is in Sports World, Sports Direct. What's it called? I forgot.
Sports Direct, I think.
Dan, is it Sports World or Sports Direct, or is it the same thing, or doesn't it matter?
What?
Sports Direct. Is it Sports Direct? It doesn't matter. It's in that shop.
It is Sports Direct. Yeah.
Do you want some trainers? No, I don't. I do want trainers, to be fair, but that's not the point. Anyway, game's on its arse. Moving on.
It's a shame.
Speaking of things that aren't on their arse, lads, ask me if I'm excited.
Go on.
No, ask me if I'm excited first.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am. So today, IO Interactive teased an announcement that said, we've got something to announce, 2 p.m. UK time. I was like, let's go. Probably a new Hitman, something or other. I was like, whatever.
Should be interesting.
I sat there because my 1-to-1 was at 2 o'clock. I was like, all right, let's just have it on. Let's see what it is. And I put it on. And I shit you not, mate. I was buzzing. At first I was like, this is another Hitman thing. I'm not buzzing. But then, gentlemen, as the camera panned round, and it was that fucking them bars hit, mate, I was... Have you seen this trailer, Dan?
I'm watching it right now.
Watching it right now. I'll be quiet for just 2 seconds. It's not like a 30-second trailer. Let me just...
Yeah, it's not very long.
Just turn up a bit.
You know something? I could not think of a better studio to make of.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Like the whole Hitman premise is almost like Bond in a way. Yeah. So this is going to be immense.
No, sorry, fucking ballistic. I was like, bro.
So sick. It looks so good. I mean, yeah, it's just like a little teaser trailer, but
right.
The idea of this is going to be so. It's going to be so great.
IO Interactive are making a James Bond game.
It's just
there's something that you didn't know you needed in life. Just straight. It's like walking into a restaurant and just yeah, lad, bang. That's the best meal in the world.
We haven't had a James Bond game in years.
When was the last one?
I don't even know.
When was the last good one? I think it was Nightfire.
They did a Spectre game, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, they did one for Spectre. They did Quantum of Solace. I remember that.
I've clearly missed these games then.
They both panned pretty badly. The last good one, I would probably Nightfire, maybe GoldenEye.
Nightfire, oh great! These games are great.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're the ones you want.
Yeah, so it's the whole IO thing is just just
excited for this.
Fucking hell, mate! It's because they did such a good job with like Hitman and Kane and Lynch, and then back to Hitman with the episodic thing. Which,
yeah,
like, is it going to work? It's like, yeah, it did work. To be fair,
If I could like this tweet anymore, I would.
I'd fucking buzz off it, mate. And it's also going to be. I've got a tweet from the official 007 account because I'm very clever. It says, "It's a brand new James Bond video game with a wholly original story. Earn your 00 status in the very first James Bond origin story to be developed and published by IO Interactive." So it's going to be an origin story, which I'm fucking more buzzing about. Because you're going to be a little bastard, cool, and you have to get in line. Do you know what I mean? And you're going to have to go, mate. Question: is the face of this Bond? Is it? Do you reckon it's just going to be some random? Or are we just going to use Sean Connery?
I was about to ask the same question, actually.
It can't be Daniel Craig if it's an origin story, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is
do you know something? I wouldn't go as far as to say they would go and do something like a Sean Connery or something.
Young Sean Connery, like they did. From Russia with Love. Remember that one? Is that a GameCube one?
That wasn't actually too bad, if I remember correctly.
Right the one. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying, though?
It looks great. Yeah. I'm super excited for this.
Right.
No matter what they do with it, I just hope it's good. But
I was in straight away.
Yeah.
Was that okay? We're in.
All of us.
Yeah.
just don't
do what you want.
All I say is don't rush it.
It takes as long as you need. Do what you want. We're in. Sound.
Knowing IO, they've probably already spent a lot of time on it. They're very, very good at that. They always have been.
Don't think they would have teased it without at least having something under their radar, like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The thing is, you can't I can't think of a bad IO game other than sort of like Blood Money. I would probably go and say I didn't really enjoy.
Yeah, probably.
And then Contracts, I think, which were a bit iffy.
Yeah.
And then they reimagined it with what was Hitman almost.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
yes. Anything to add?
No.
How long do you reckon this is going to take to come out?
Next year.
Next year.
Next year, probably.
We see no gameplay next year.
It might be end of next year, beginning of 2022.
Bishop.
I'd say end of 2022, maybe 2023.
I'm more inclined for that one. I'm not putting money on this because we'll get binned, but yeah, I'm more inclined to say.
Could you imagine? It's coming out next week.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Joking, lads.
The hype train
episodic,
would be huge.
It's all over it. But yeah, I'm all in.
I have a story to quickly talk about. Actually, it's not on the list. If that's okay.
Do what you want,
so for those of you that are a fan of Monster Train, which is a PC card game.
Everybody is a fan of that game, right?
It's a great game, by the way. They put up a teaser trailer on their Twitter yesterday. Basically, they're talking about their next big DLC. Basically, they've stated that they are making a really big DLC that's coming out. They said that their control support for the game is pretty close to being finished now as well, which is pretty amazing.
Does it not have control support?
It doesn't have control support at the moment, no, but they are working on it. But they said that the next big update is going to be a paid DLC. And this is where Grant came around the corner and was like, "Oh yeah, James spending money. I like the paid DLC." But yeah, it's just a bit of an announcement for Monster Train. It's just a small story, but I thought I'd let you guys know about it if you're interested in that sort of thing.
There you go. When's that out?
We don't know. We don't know yet.
It's on the way, right?
Yet.
It's on the way.
It's on the way. It's on the way. Apparently, they're quite far for it. So.
Do you know what I've done?
Yeah.
They put the wrong article there again. Talk about that Monster Train a little bit more.
There's not really much else to say about Monster Train.
Why do you like it? Is it good? What do you do with it?
Why do I like it? Have you ever played Slay the Spire?
I've watched you play it.
Okay. Have you ever played Hearthstone?
Yeah.
So it's got a bit of a Hearthstone-y vibe to it. Slay the Spire has. And then Slay the Spire was probably slightly... Monster Train is probably closer to Slay the Spire than anything else. And it's just a very great turn-based card game, and highly recommend it if you are into card games, because it's really good fun. A lot of fun, actually. It's got some great multiplayer modes as well. And it's definitely on my list of top games this year that I've enjoyed playing. So
it's a card game, yeah.
Yeah, card game, yeah.
Buzzing. Right, next story. I found it. Don't worry.
Congratulations. Well done.
We have sales numbers for Japanese next gen toys. If you
next gen toys.
Yeah, I mean the consoles, mate. Don't you worry. So the numbers are as follows. You ready?
Go on.
Are you ready? This is very exciting. Famitsu reports that PlayStation 5 sold 118,000 units in 4 days, and Xbox Series X/S sold 21,000 units in 6 days.
And that's what? And that's in Japan alone?
In Japan. That's Japan only. Miles Morales sold 18,640. Demon's Souls sold 18,607. Japan only numbers, and 88% of the PS5 hardware sales were disc version as opposed to 12% being digital.
Wow, that's quite a big percentage difference.
I was surprised by that percentage, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm very surprised by that, actually.
It's sat here with the disc version, but I thought it would have been more 60-40. But
yeah.
You know, physical media won't go away.
It does seem that physical just won't go away in terms of discs and stuff like that.
Putting up the big fight, mate. But I thought
it really is putting up a big fight.
As I say, I was actually surprised when I got to work this morning because we had 7 pre-orders of the disc edition, and then only 3 digital.
3?
Yeah.
3. So that is nearly double. That is double the amount of actual disc-based ones compared to the digital, and that's surprising because
that surprises me too.
We all thought the price of the digital edition was quite good, and
it's a very reasonable price.
And we thought, you know what, people are going to buy it because not everybody buys this, but that's contrary to the belief by the sounds of things.
That's a really interesting thing. I love the Japan sales though. That's insane. So we were talking about this. Was it last week, Jack? We were talking about this, and we were saying that it might be affected.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we said, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did, mate. Yeah.
And then this is the sales that we get for Japan. This is insane. I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't realize it was going to be that big. That's kind of insane. That's great.
I was going to say I'd never expected you're nearly looking 10 times more sales of the PS5 in less days over the Xbox.
Days, yeah.
That's mad.
The Xbox won't. It won't.
It doesn't. It doesn't really do well in Japan. Microsoft are obviously an American company, so they do pretty well in America. But in other overseas countries like Japan, they don't do as well. But that is quite a remarkable amount.
It's just a big difference, isn't it?
It's nearly 100,000. It is nearly 100,000 consoles. That is madness.
90,000 ish difference.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Considering it's like the first week is insane. Well, first couple of days. But obviously on Tuesday, hopefully we'll have some more concrete numbers worldwide. And then that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that will definitely be
because it's been a bit 50-50-ish on my timeline on Twitter. Who's got what?
Really?
Got a lot of PS5s to be fair today, but that's because of my mates going to go getting them. But
I think basically looking at where I was at, obviously at work and whatnot, the PlayStation's definitely done better. Because I think they were all, the fact that we actually physically have an Xbox Series X in store says it all. We actually have one to buy.
I could just walk in and buy it now.
Well, no, because we're locked down. You'd have to buy it online.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We actually have one in our store.
Nice.
So it's, I think it's 7-4 from what I remember. So
nice.
Yeah, I think the PlayStation will trounce the Xbox
for a change.
That never changes, does it?
It does seem like the PS5's going to trample this time around. I think they're really going to be.
But we all said, didn't we? We said that we think console-wise, PlayStation's going to win. Sony do it every single time, but the actual winners will be Xbox
Yeah, we said the thing with the PlayStation, right? So the thing with the Xbox Series X is that unfortunately it's not an essential console, really, because you can play all your games on the PC.
Yeah.
And so, really, why would you buy one? Whereas PlayStation 5, I'm sat here looking at my account right now, thinking, can I afford a PlayStation 5
Can you
because I
find
want
one?
to play Demon's
You need
Souls?
to be asking yourself.
Yeah. I want to play Demon's Souls so badly, and it's just like, it's just shut up, Jack.
Yeah, man.
But no, it's that kind of thing. It's that kind of game that sells you a console.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've only got it exclusively to one console, then it's a console shipper. And that's what makes that console exciting.
Exclusives sell consoles.
Yeah, exclusives do sell games, yeah, absolutely. And it, to be fair, not only that, but the console does look absolutely fantastic.
It's cool.
It's a bit big. It's a
bit big.
But the controller looks absolutely gorgeous.
The controller's cool. I'm not a DualShock guy.
I'm thinking about waiting for a full black, like a full matte black version of the PlayStation 5.
You can take these off, I think. I've seen people.
Oh, can you?
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, but it still kind of takes away from the whole aesthetic of the actual console, doesn't it? A bit.
I think you can. I don't want to. I'm not going to rip it, but
yeah, don't rip it apart.
I could rip it apart.
You'll see Jack live on stream crying in the corner.
Yeah. Anyway, I have more sales, by the way, gentlemen. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
Is the biggest Assassin's Creed game launch in history.
What?
Surprise! It's top of the chart, so this is probably always going to be coming. But yeah, it's there, wow. Right? It doesn't give me the number though, which is annoying on this article from Globe Newswire. That's annoying. All it says is the actual franchise has sold 155 million copies worldwide as a whole, and there's no actual number on the Valhalla launch, which is annoying me a bit. Sold 3 more units in its first week than any other Assassin's Creed game period. Can I have the number, please? No, you can't, mate. Cheers. No worries. We just have to say this guy's word for it. Gentlemen, question.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, are we in or out? Do we care?
I will be when I've got through my other games.
Because
I'm like I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. I always have been, and I just I've obviously got a few games to go through before I even consider Valhalla. So, but once I get there, I will be on that bandwagon for sure.
Definitely.
See, I'm in the other boat here. Valhalla's really flown under my radar. And I don't know whether that's just because I'm not particularly looking at games that much recently, or whether it's just generally like has it been marketed properly? Because it has. Okay, that's fair play then. I just clearly missing it then.
You're out of the loop, mate. You're not in that ecosystem.
I must be completely out of the loop because I generally have not seen anything on this.
Yeah,
and
I've heard that sometimes. Like the games just come out, it's like, what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
Yes, where did this come from? Yeah, like it makes no sense. Like, but in terms of sales, that's insane. I can't believe that's how many that this game has actually sold. I thought it was just going to be another Assassin's Creed game, but it seems like everyone's very excited for it. The one that I was really interested in was Origins, the one in Egypt.
Yeah.
Origins, yeah. I never got around to playing it, but that's the one that I was most excited to play since Assassin's Creed 2, actually.
Yeah, I'm the same with Odyssey.
Yeah, obviously you would be because you're really into the whole sort of mythology stuff, aren't you? Right. But yeah, like because I'm really into like the whole Egyptian sort of style. Yeah, Egypt. But yeah, this is kind of shocking. This is great. Great to see that Ubisoft are in a situation where it is Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would be. I'm glad that they finally got a bit of success with Assassin's Creed. I think personally, Assassin's Creed should run the course in my opinion, but that's just me. That's just my personal.
Mate, they'll run that bitch into the ground.
They really are. They really are.
They're solid, so I don't blame them.
It's
to
funny.
be fair to them.
Go on.
I was just going to say, to be fair to them, they have tried to change it up. Like, obviously with, and I think Jack would agree, Odyssey, Origins, the combat engine is so much more fluid than what was used previously and whatnot.
They've gone a bit more RPG, haven't they?
Yeah, a bit more Witcher.
Anyway, yes, yeah, exactly, and it works well for it. And I think, to be fair, a lot of companies would just, as you said, milk it, but they've tried to change it, and I think that has made it better in a way. So
yeah, it took a year off, didn't they? Between them two, I can't remember.
Well, they say that, but they did that with Call of Duty as well. Like, Call of Duty is obviously the biggest milk cash cow in the world. But Modern Warfare, the most recent Modern Warfare, I think did absolutely, did really well with it. Like they really, really tried to make it special. And to be fair, it really shows because it was a very good game. And obviously they brought out Warzone and stuff like that, which apparently is making a huge, huge impact as well. So, if you're talking about milking the cash cow, then Call of Duty is definitely the one to be called out on. But it seems to me that people seem to like. I don't know. I think Assassin's Creed is kind of that kind of game, though. I know. I understand where you're coming from, Dan. The whole idea that they are trying to change things up a little bit and stuff, but they are still coming out like what every 2 years, is it? Once a year?
Yeah, a year and a half. I would go to say, yeah.
Don't know. It's still very much Assassin's Creed kind of thing, like all the time. But I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, then that's great. You know what I mean? That's fantastic, but not really for me at the moment.
You love Assassin's Creed?
I used to love it, but
guess what?
We haven't asked you the important question. Are you on it, JT? Do you think?
Not now. I was on an hour, right? I'll tell you a story. My mum was like, "I gotta get you. What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, I'm not asked. Like, I'm not bothered. I don't want anything.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll get you a game. I was like, "No worries, right?" So I'm there. I was like, "Should I get Assassin's Creed?" And then I was like, I remember the other Ubisoft game, the Greek one. I was like, I'm gonna get that one. So I'm getting Immortals, Phoenix Rising first. Then I'll probably get Valhalla.
Fair play.
Yeah, I mean.
I know that Hugh. So I spoke to Hugh the other day about how it's running on the Xbox Series X and stuff, and he says it's a little choppy in places, and that basically it's still a good Assassin's Creed game. Apparently there's quite a few bugs though still that need ironing out,
of course
which is a shock, really. I mean, Assassin's Creed.
I would also like to say I actually have a friend who has played the new Watch Dogs game. He owns it. And he basically says it's really good, but it is very buggy.
Of course it is. Yes. Of course it is.
Well, I think that comes with being a Ubisoft game. I think we're all... When you play a Ubisoft game, you know it's going to be buggy.
Inside that game, inside the new Watch Dogs Legions, it's called Legions? Legions. Yeah. Right. It's probably been patched and fixed now, but inside Legions, there is a marketplace that allows you to buy the in-game currency, right?
Excuse me.
So that you can go around and buy whatever you need to buy and stuff like that in the game. There is a glitch where you could go to a safe, take out 1,000 of that money every single time that you restarted the game, and you could just earn the money that way. Yeah? You basically cheese something that you can buy off an actual store for real money, and I love it. I love that. It's like a really fuck you moment to microtransactions, and I love it so much. It's such a cool thing.
I think that's pretty awesome. I was going to mention that we all know the big one for Ubisoft has happened again on Watch Dogs. You can see the eyes, but nothing else.
Oh, right.
Again, really?
Yeah. That's what my mate told me. He says that in certain cutscenes, when it pans to an angle, you will just basically see the eyes and the mouth talking, but nothing else.
That's so weird.
And it's just goddamn creepy. I remember... Unity doing that as well. It did that a lot in Unity.
Yeah, I remember
a lot of
Ubisoft
bugs, isn't there?
Yeah.
You love them, mate. But yeah, well done, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Well
Speaking
done
of
indeed.
numbers, I've got another number for you. Marvel's Spider-Man sold more than 20 million copies since its release in 2018.
That doesn't shock me.
No.
That actually doesn't shock me.
I mean, it's not hard to sell a Spider-Man game, but the game's so good, and it's
great.
Liam Croft from Push Square is here.
Is this including the DLC, by the way?
There's just a base copy,
just
I believe.
The standard base copy.
It's on David Bull's LinkedIn page, who's global marketing leader at PlayStation. Says that Spider-Man sold more than 20 million.
That's crazy.
But we're good.
It's such a solid game.
Yeah. Did you play it, Bish? Did you play it?
I play little bits of it, but just looking a little bit of it.
I've played and completed.
Sick game.
It was when it came out in 2018. It was definitely one of my games of the year. It came out at a time in which there were so many good games coming out, though. God of War was there.
God of War, mate.
Spider-Man. What else was there at the time? There were definitely it was just. I think September that year was just outrageous.
Red Dead. Did you say Red Dead?
Yeah, I think Red Dead came out as well, and it's you run out of sort of you run out of time to play anything.
All day, mate, all day. But yeah, Spider-Man, well done, all over that.
Absolutely.
Where are we now? Next. Oh, this one pisses me off.
I saw this and I thought, you absolute beep.
Activision Blizzard, my favourite company in the world. Not. Apparently, are expecting further layoffs. Bishop.
Right. I see.
After probably made I haven't got the numbers in front of me, but they've made Wedge this year, probably. And this comes from MCV, Chris Wallace, a name I can say, because he's a legend, mate. Basically saying that the layoffs at Activision Blizzard seem set to continue with over 100 employees at the company also facing redundancy. According to a source familiar with the matter, speaking exclusively to MCV, more offices are set to close following the Hague in October. They are apparently going to be outsourcing non-game development jobs to external companies. I have a question.
Go on.
With the Wedge that they make, how does this rub you?
I don't know.
I
suppose, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. We don't really know what goes on behind the scenes too much.
Wish we did. Show a lot easier.
Yeah, I wish we did too. Because I would like to know whether or not this is an actual genuine decision that was made lightly or not, if you see what I mean. So
my assumption is Bobby Kotick, CEO of Activision Blizzard, just wants to impress the shareholders, and if he's paying less people and just outsourcing the work, it's going to be a bigger profit margin, which would then you go to the shareholders, you're like, oh, look how much money we made this year. It was probably what's going. I'm not a businessman, obviously, but that's my assumption, and that rubs me the wrong way, because you're making hand over fist Wedge like Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, absolutely.
The one thing I will say is that a lot of big companies are very overcomplicated in their systems, in their sort of their workforce, just generally old hat. So on a business standpoint, if it was from a perspective that you're trying to sort of make things quicker, integrate things a bit quicker, that sort of stuff, then I'd understand. But if it's from a money saving perspective, then they're cunts. That's the best way of putting it.
See you next Tuesdays, Daniel. Which one do you think it is more likely, or is it somewhere in between?
Wedge. Probably the money.
You assume.
Because they're trying, like, we were talking about Activision Blizzard and the fact that they want to do mobile games and stuff and whatnot, didn't we? And trying to bring everything that they have across onto the mobile platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not short on brass.
And last year or the year before, I can't remember, time's just sort of like that. So I'm not sure of the scale.
Especially in the day and age where we live in as well. Like, to imagine losing your job now if you were a game developer and you were...
Just losing your job in general, it's like, shit.
Yeah, just imagine losing your job now in the time...
We've got families to feed, houses to pay for. Like, it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Because... They announced, I think it was 2018, they said it was the most profitable year in Activision Blizzard's history, and they they laid off a load of people, they laid off hundreds of people, and it's like, you fucking prick. Like, there's no, that was for money, because it was like, oh, shareholders, oh, look at all this.
Yeah,
I get it, but it's like, I'm not a businessman, so I've not got a business brain, but it just winds me up. Do you know what I mean? How much money do you need?
I hope those people find jobs elsewhere.
Very talented people. I'm sure they'll land on their feet.
I'm pretty sure they will, yeah. I mean, developers are always sort of like, they jump from job to job, don't they? Most of the time, especially if you're of a good pedigree. So hopefully,
I've already talked about Halo. Halo's sort of 343's kind of the way that they play, with the way that they bring in and out people, developers and stuff like that.
Like a merry-go-round.
It's just not a healthy way of making a game, in my
like
opinion.
A revolving
really
door,
isn't.
Mate. It's not.
It takes the soul and the personality out of a title if it's made by complete strangers. So I think it's the wrong way.
It's just lost.
Exactly. I think it's the wrong way to go about things. But if that's what 343 or Microsoft want to do, then I guess they're entitled to do it. So it'll be their loss when
Halo Infinite just flops.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's I think that's why, if you look at the Bungie games, even Halo 2, which I think was rushed, it was
both Halo 1 and Halo 2 were both rushed.
But they still turned out to be very good titles. They worked
together as a team, as opposed to
exactly that, and I think that really says a lot about it.
Absolutely,
it does.
I really do miss old ways, the old sort of ways of making games, and I feel like more and more companies are making this shift to this new way of working, and I think it's really bad for not only the people involved working on it, but also their company, the companies that are doing it too. So I don't understand why they're doing it. I understand why they're doing it.
You know why they're doing it, Bish, mate?
Yeah, but that's not the point. Like, it's just, I don't know. Why spend...
Expendable, aren't they? It's like,
exactly. It's literally like that. It feels like they're just expendable workers, and it's not fair, that isn't.
The silliest thing is, because of the way the world is going, we know that esports is a massive thing now, and you'd think that developers would actually want to actually spend time with their actual developers and
esports is just another way of making money.
And you think that they'd want to make quality games for the purpose of making money for esports.
Yeah.
So I don't quite understand why they're going the way they are.
The question is, though, how much does esports gain, like, companies like that? Because, I mean, for starters, you've got to have a game that actually genuinely does fit the category of esports, which in and of itself is quite a difficult thing to actually develop for.
Imagine Among Us esports.
Right,
that'd be funny
exactly. It would be funny, but the thing that I'm trying to say is, like, is it profitable enough to be able to get your game out there? Think about how all of these different sponsorships and stuff like that, and all the extra, all the man hours,
tickets,
tickets, all sorts. The actual venue itself, all that kind of stuff.
I do get that, but
then there's the live streaming as well. You have to live stream this stuff as well. So
yeah, true.
Massive, mate.
I was just going to use the point of Among Us, though. You look at Among Us, which was a title made by what, 4 people?
Something like
I think
that.
2 people or something like that.
In
And
2018, by the way.
yeah, 2018. It was a game that probably nobody knew about.
Yeah.
Come 2020, everybody's playing
It's
it.
just a trend now, basically.
Yeah. But the amount of money that they'll have made just from this it'll be ridiculous. It'll be like No Man's Sky in a way.
The problem is, those type of games do only come once in a blue moon.
True.
And it's very difficult to be in a situation. It's like being a musician, like trying to be a professional musician. The chances of you being famous from being a musician are very slim because so many other people are doing
to the bottom of it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You've got to be in the right place at the right time, knowing the right people.
It's not what you know; it's who you know. You also have a bit of talent.
Exactly.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
It's endless, mate.
True.
Which actually, are we talking about the Game Awards today?
I've just remembered. I've just added it. I've got the Game of the Year discussion thing. We're gonna have a mooch about, but
yeah, because I mean, this kind of ties quite well into the Game Awards, actually, doesn't it? I suppose. And I think so I was saying in the Discord earlier, like that I chose
Elden Ring.
I chose Elden Ring as the most anticipated game of 2020, as over Halo Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Halo Infinite, but as I said to you previously on the Kaz report, I'm more anxious. I'm more scared for the game and its release than I am excited. And that just, to me, that's not a great thing. That's like warning signs in the back of my head. It's like
you should be buzzing,
it's
but
not
you're
going to be good.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that
it will upset me. It'll upset me if that game flops. Because I know how much effort they put into it.
It's a weird time, isn't it? 'Cause, like the games that we like in 2007, these were games that we know would come out and they'd just do fantastically well.
Yeah.
And now in 2020, we're at a point in which we could actually say Halo might be a bad game.
The funny thing is, this exactly ties in with exactly what we just talked about. It's because the marketplace now is so overly saturated. There's so many games coming out now to the point where we've seen Halo before, we've seen Assassin's Creed before, we've seen these games come out, and they come out every single year, or they come out every few years or so. And if they're the same, more times than not, they're just going to get overlooked.
Yeah, true.
And I don't know, with Halo Infinite, it's like, you know, we've been here before. We've had Halo 4, we've had Halo 5 that just didn't look, you know, it didn't it didn't have the build up that we wanted for a Halo game. Everyone's so excited for the next Halo game. They're like, oh my god, I really hope this next one is the best Halo game to come out. And then when it comes out, it's a letdown because our expectations are so high. And it's just, I don't know, it's difficult.
I think the one thing that, and this is an unfortunate thing, but I think the thing that 343 and Microsoft did wrong is that when the original Halo came out, it came out with the Xbox. It was the console seller.
Mm-hmm.
They brought Halo 4 out at the wrong time.
Yeah, I've already said this.
You've said this, yeah. I know, not just from the console perspective, but Halo sold with the console. And the fact that the Xbox 360 was on its last legs.
Yeah, and then they brought it out again, yeah.
And then Halo 5 came out, and it didn't come out when the console came out. And then there was also...
Microsoft has rushed 343 massively.
And I think... I think that's what has caused this rift almost.
Agreed, yeah.
So, yeah.
Halo 4 overall wasn't actually a bad game. They did all right.
No, I enjoyed it.
But yeah, I just generally like, and Halo 5 was great too. I really enjoyed Halo 5. But you know, the additions of microtransactions and stuff like that didn't help it, and just the fact that, yeah, you're right, that these games were just, they were pushed onto the wrong console, and they definitely were rushed out in silly places, and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, Halo is a game that you buy on launch, always has been,
Absolutely,
and that's what made it do well.
Well, that's where all the hype comes from.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
buy a console alongside a Halo game. That's what Halo's there for. It's like Gears. Gears is the same. Like that's the sort of game that you would expect to get at a day one launch.
Yeah,
and Sony are the same. Like you'd expect like a God of War game to be usually a console shipper, Ratchet and Clank.
Funny to say that.
Go
on. God of War 2.
Yeah.
When that came out, it was a PS2 game, but it came out when the PS3 was out. And it did alright. But it's weird because it felt like a PS2 game. It didn't feel like a PS3 game trying to run on the PS2, which probably was why it sold alright. But with Halo 4, I think the thing was it was an Xbox One game that was trying to run on the Xbox 360, which
basically, it just did not work.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It is a shame. It's a big shame because now it's fantastic and I'm having the best time playing Halo 4.
8 years later,
it's way too, I was gonna say it's way too late. It's way too late now. Like
I'm looking forward to playing it. To be honest,
buzzing.
I like 4. To be fair, I haven't actually played 5. I've
played 5. I've got 5 over there.
5's good. I like 5. The forge in 5 is incredible. The map making in 5 is
when we were playing golf or some shit. That was funny.
Yeah, the golf and stuff like that. Yeah,
gentlemen. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Good, because I've got a tidbit here. Apple will reduce App Store cut to 15% for most developers starting January the 1st. Comes from Nick Stat at the Verge. Gentlemen, what do you think of this? I have a question. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but basically January 1st, most Apple will reduce their cut by half from 30% to 15% from on the App Store. Now, the last paragraph has caught my eye. It said, added information from Sensor Tower indicating the App Store cut would apply to an estimated 98% of iOS app developers who generate roughly 5% of the store's revenue.
Okay.
Question. Is this because of Fortnite? Well,
yes.
This is because of Epic Games, I should say.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Because especially if it's 5% of the revenue anyway, it's not. That's fuck all.
Well, what are your thoughts on this, Jack? What are your thoughts on this?
I think they've tried to reach out and offer very little to show that. Oh, actually, no, Epic, we're not that bad. Just calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
we'll cut it by half. But then that last paragraph I just read, saying it's 98% of the developers, which make up roughly 5% of the revenue. But it's 5%, so it's half of 5%. So it's fuck all. You've still got the 95%, which you're getting.
They're trying to look good, but they're not actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, from that. Yeah.
So
yeah, I see where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
I mean, any cut is a good cut, but
yeah, to be fair, Epic Games, to be fair to them, undercut Steam. They used to. I can't remember what the cut is now. I think it's 10%, but I'm not sure. Is it 12% to Steam's 30%? I can't remember, but
not sure.
We'll see, mate. I'm sure we'll see how this pans out when next year when all the apps are raking in them Benjamins, mate.
Of course.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up quick. Next question. Oh, fuck. Okay. Did you know? I didn't know this. I have an Express article here, by the way.
Okay.
I never thought I'd have one here. But I have an Express article, and it's because it's only an article I can find.
It's done by a name that you won't read, so I'll read it.
Dion. Dan, go for it, mate.
Dasanayaki.
That sounds about right. We'll go with that. Dasanayaki. Big Dion's here. Says, forget GTA 6, GTA 5 Online is getting its first ever map expansion. Now that surprises me because I would have thought the GTA Online would have had a map expansion by now, given it been out for 7 or 8 years.
I was going to say, it's been ages now since this game's released. It's pretty much becoming a plague to the gaming community now, because it's been so unbelievably remastered and remade and stuff like that, and just it's been re-released. Sorry. on so many different consoles now. It's insane.
And it's going to be re-released on the PS5.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first game of the show.
I absolutely hate the fact that they started the show with GTA 5.
I think it will be for the new console because obviously they've not announced any GTA 6 or anything like that, and I still think we're probably a few years off yet.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think they're doing it just to please a few of us that still, well, to be fair, I can't say a lot of people still play GTA. A lot
still
of people.
rates in those Benjamins, mate.
Yep, absolutely.
That was just another one. I thought it would have had an expansion by now, but obviously it hasn't,
I would have thought so too.
You know,
I might be on it. I might be on it.
To be honest, though, at the same time, the GTA has been going for a long time now, and it's clearly profitable because they're putting it on new consoles and stuff like that. They wouldn't do that otherwise. In other cases,
best-selling
they weren't making money.
Piece of entertainment of all time.
And
most profit, most wage.
Yeah, and they have done stuff with it. They've done a lot of seasonal events. They did obviously they've added the map creator thing that they've added in there as well, which is really cool. A lot of people have really enjoyed that.
Everyone's buzzing, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, overall, as in the whole, GTA is doing really well for itself. I'm sick of seeing it, but I mean, that's just my opinion.
So it wasn't in the charts this week, but remember, there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, that's just an update. GTA quick. We'll get through this last one before we move on. Game Awards have announced its Game of the Year shortlist. Have you seen it? I'm about to bring it on screen, mate. Don't you worry if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen this,
Game of the Year: Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part 2. What are you saying?
If Animal Crossing wins,
stop right there.
I will scream.
You'll be fuming. Stop right there. We'll be doing a Game of the Year list thing, top 7 or top 10 or something.
In December.
Probably the first week of December. One of them shows. What do you think will win? Don't tell me what you want to win because that'll ruin our our thing.
Yeah.
What do you think will win?
I think it'll be a toss between Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us. I'm not 100% sure. They're both... Ghost of Tsushima has done very, very well. Very well. And The Last of Us has done very, very well. If you're basing it on how many games are sold, we all know which one's going to win. Simple as.
Animal Crossing.
No, we don't want to win.
I'm going to be straight up. If you're asking me the question, which of these is going to win, it's going to be Animal Crossing. As much as I absolutely hate the fact
taking over the world, mate.
That's going to happen. An Animal Crossing game is going to be Game of the Year. It's rather that or Last of Us 2.
The thing that destroys me inside is, I said it myself, if you are a gamer, an actual avid gamer, you wouldn't vote Animal Crossing.
No.
It's more of a get away from everything game.
Yeah,
it's not. I wouldn't even call it a game.
It's a portability style, relax, chill game where you can just waste your hours, right?
Yeah. Well, The Last of Us or the Ghost of Tsushima or Doom Eternal, they're games that you actually
core games. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
they're core games for gamers.
Yeah, exactly, and they're the style. And
Jack is bursting to say something right now.
This is so offensive. Right, what, Dan?
Yes.
Why shouldn't Animal Crossing not win over Ghost of Tsushima? A lot of people play it. It's well made. Music's great.
It's more of the fact that
because there's not a gritty story behind it.
For us, it's almost like a day-to-day life game.
There's a life sim.
A simulation of yourself.
A life sim.
It's a simulation of you living your life. I wouldn't call it a game per se, and I love the game. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I've sunk 300 hours into it. I know a lot of people who have done the same, but I just think
I am not one of them people.
From a perspective of someone that plays games quite a lot, I wouldn't vote that.
It's funny as well, Dan, because the funny thing is, I know exactly what you're saying, and I completely agree with you, but I don't know why I agree with you. And that's what really annoys me about this. I think is it because it's quite childish, it's quite cartoonish? Is that the reason as to why I'm feeling this way about this?
Maybe.
As a core gamer, like I feel like the serious stuff like Doom Eternal and stuff like that, they feel more gamerish. But Animal Crossing should be in this scenario.
We're besmirching Animal Crossing here. I don't know.
Right. Okay. So the reason why I'm going to be so angry that Animal Crossing is going to win this is just purely for the fact that there are so many things wrong with it that I really hate, and it gripes me so much. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Can I just say that we'll all be wrong and Hades will win?
Hades deserves it.
Hades should be accepting of winning. Like Hades is a really good game. Looks great. It looks fantastic.
Great, to be fair.
I'll admit, Ghost of Tsushima is the underdog, so I don't think it's going to win because of that.
I think the thing I'm looking for is that all the games on this list, bar maybe Hades and Animal Crossing, are all blockbusters. They're AAA games.
Yeah, AAA stuff, yeah.
I know Animal Crossing is technically a AAA game because it's made by Nintendo, but you wouldn't classify it as a blockbuster. It's live sim, as I say. And
it blew up so much because it blew up so much.
That's all it was
on this list.
Yeah, I mean, in its own right, how many copies has it sold?
26 million.
20 plus million,
26.
26 million.
Which is higher than any PlayStation exclusive ever.
Bonkers. It's bonkers.
Insane.
Outrageous is what that is. It's mad.
And do you know the thing? Do you know the thing is? It is bar Hades the only Nintendo Switch game on there, which
Doom Eternal's on Nintendo Switch is going to be. I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Soon.
Fair point.
Well, apparently it is. I don't know.
The Switch has basically creamed everything.
Yeah.
It'll blow PlayStation out of the water in the long run. We all know that. It's already going there. So
it's quite a funny topic, this is, because there's just so many of us that have got different.
When we create a list, it's going to be quite an interesting one, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
For all of us.
I can't wait.
Yeah, definitely. But just talking about 5 games? 6 games?
I'll say how many's in the running, and we'll do a top 10 or 7.
No, I'm just talking about the one.
6.
The most anticipated one.
Animal Crossing, Doom, Final Fantasy 7, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part 2.
6 of them, yeah. I don't know. It just, in terms of most anticipated, Elden Ring is definitely my most anticipated game. 100%. It just is. I'm so excited. I haven't even. All I saw was a tiny little teaser trailer of this game, and I am so hyped for Elden Ring. It just looks so good, and I'm so excited. And because I know how good FromSoft is and what they do, and how good their previous games are, the fact that I know that this game is going to be the biggest game that they've ever made, and
it just makes me very excited.
I'm super excited for it.
You're buzzing.
I am.
I'm buzzing.
I was going to say, I've just scrolled down the list a bit, and I'm quite interested by the best mobile game, and I already know what it's going to be.
And it's got to be.
It's Among Us, 100% Among Us.
I don't know, I think Genshin Impact is doing very well. Yeah. Very well.
To be fair.
Everybody's going mad for that. But Call of Duty Mobile as well. It's very, very popular. On mobile as well.
If it's Pokemon Cafe,
I personally think Genshin, actually.
I would say Among Us.
Among Us is going to win.
Because of the memes,
no doubt about it. It's
interesting to see. We're all interested.
I'd definitely put money on that.
Yeah. Gentlemen. Enough about Game of the Year. We'll talk about Game of the Year first week of December. But do you have anything to add before we move on?
No, not really. Not now. I've said all my piece.
Since you besmirched Animal Crossing, mate, Bishop, I want a bone to pick with you, mate.
Go on.
Twitch. Are you familiar with Twitch?
I am familiar with Twitch. Yes.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Are you familiar with the DMCA situation where people are streamers are getting their entire archives deleted because of copyrighted material in the...
Very much aware of this because it's happened to me, yes.
It happened to you?
It has happened to me, yes.
If it happens to me, I'm going to cry. But I record all my shit, so it's fine.
A lot of my clips and a lot of my old highlights and old past broadcasts have been removed because of this exact thing.
So, Jake and Blake, do you know, are you familiar with Jake and Blake?
No.
Never mind, but they tweeted something, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
So just to be clear, this is a 30-second clip from 2.5 years ago. It was from an outdoor in real life stream. I probably passed by a shop or was in a place that was playing the song in the background. He's now in danger of losing everything, and it's basically a DMCA because of probably like a 2-second snippet of this like clip has copyright material in it. Now, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my question is.
Twitch are panicking.
Yeah.
About this. Right. Okay. So DMCA strikes are they're a lot more complicated than what it seems like. The music industry are obviously very much fighting for control over this, and Twitch are obviously trying to mitigate the kind of the situation as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
But obviously to stop themselves from being sued, they obviously have to do whatever they possibly can to stop this sort of stuff from happening. They have to be in legal, in the legal sort of bracket to be able to do stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of people are losing their content because of this, and it's not a great time to be kind of being in the Twitch scene at the moment. Unfortunately, things have become a lot more stricter now than they used to. I actually am using a royalty-free playlist at the moment on my streams because it's all that I can really do. And it's such a shame. It is a shame to see this because to have the freedom to be able to play any music on your stream is one of the most amazing things. And genuinely, I used to love being able to be in a situation where you could actually, people could song request songs on your own stream, which was such a nice feeling. It was so cool to have your community together with you, choosing what's going on the stream. It's a very cool thing.
You know what I mean?
And that's what Twitch is all about. It's about the engagement between the streamer and the community. That's the whole idea of it. That's what Twitch is. It's not like YouTube. YouTube is very much making pre-made videos and uploading them. This is not quite the same. Although you have got YouTube Live now, which is fair play. Twitch is a whole different thing. It's very much about engagement. And unfortunately, that's a part of it that unfortunately is now not going to be a thing, which is a shame, really. Not really much more to say about that. It's just
the reason I bring it up.
It's a shame.
Cyberpunk 2077. You may have heard of this game.
Okay.
Little niche underground game coming out soon.
Yeah, just something that's kind of under the radar there. But yeah, go on.
Apparently, they're implementing a streamer-friendly option in their game that won't get you DMCA takedowns, or shouldn't get you DMCA takedowns. How do you feel about that?
Streamer-friendly option.
So the feature comes from Gabe Gerwin from GameSpot says the feature won't merely mute the music during these sections of the game. Instead, it will replace them with the music that won't cause issue during streams. So there you go.
I mean, I'm very interested to see how this works out, and I'm extremely happy for them. I'm extremely. This is great to see, and it's very nice of them to be able to do, to actually do this.
Yeah.
But this is the thing is they shouldn't have to do this. Exactly. And this is what really annoys me.
It's a bit of fair use, isn't it? Like, if it's like 2 seconds, who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're not using that snippet to benefit anything. It's just in the background. It's just unfortunate. Like,
you shouldn't have to feel like constricted in your content. You just shouldn't.
Exactly.
And this is very scary for streamers, because if you're a full-time streamer and then your mum walks in with a with their iPhone on full blast or whatever, right?
Exactly.
It's that's it. You're basically just being DMCA striked, and it's just it's rubbish.
Yeah, that's going to be annoying. But yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Not really. I agree with what Bish is saying. I mean, as Twitch is a gaming centric streaming platform, having the ability to sort of like collab with your fans and stuff like that, to choose songs and stuff like that is a really good thing. And obviously with these DMCA takedowns and whatnot, it's taking that ability away. And it is a sad thing, especially in the fact that it's over literally nothing. I mean,
it's over money again, Dan, is what it is.
Yeah.
The music studios, unfortunately, they they own the rights to this sort of stuff.
They own within the rights to do that, which is the annoying thing. But if it's just, like I said, if it is just like 2 seconds in the background when you're walking past a shop.
The thing I will say is that if you're not if you wanted to avoid it, you can obviously just not save your videos, which is not a bad thing.
It's true, yeah. But
I mean, Twitch is a live streaming platform, so not a lot of people. A lot of people don't go back and watch the videos. There will be a few of you, but obviously, if you don't save your videos, you can still use music and then just not save it because it's not a DMCA takedown.
Unfortunately, to get big at Twitch these days, it's and this sounds kind of crazy, but there is actually logic to this. Being both on Twitch and YouTube, surprisingly, does do extremely well. And you can export your videos, highlights, and stuff like that to YouTube. But unfortunately, you can't do that anymore because if you were using music in that particular occasion, that would get DMC striked over on YouTube. Solid. So it becomes a position where it's like you have to rather make content on both platforms, or just lose half of your revenue. Which kind of sucks. And I if you're a big streamer, this is huge. If you're a small streamer, it's not too bad. You're not really gaining that much money, and at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you're a big YouTuber or a big Twitch, face, big name, this is the kind of thing that really loses a lot of revenue for a lot of people.
True.
And it's not good for those people at all.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Sorry to go off topic here.
Sorry.
The White Stripes, have released a new song last week, and nobody told me, and I'm really annoyed. I fucking love the White Stripes.
Talking of tunes, by the way, have you listened through the new AC/DC album yet?
Yes, I have. Mate,
is it good?
I you know this, Bishop. I fucking buzz off AC/DC.
Of course.
It's because Malcolm Young, may rest in peace. He was the riff guy. He was the sounds good. Put that on there, guy. But with him not, you can tell he wasn't part of it. Do you know what I mean?
That's a shame.
But it's still some decent tracks on there, and for better. Sometimes better.
The one that you showed us was great.
Yeah, Realise is good. There's a few good tracks on there. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. I don't know, man.
I'll have a listen to it and I'll get back. I'll get back to you on
Spotify,
that. But anyway, this is a gaming show.
Yeah.
So
AC/DC, new White Stripes song. Thanks for telling me, everyone. Cheers. But Dan, I think. Yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
Forgotten Gem time. Let's go.
Okay, Forgotten Gem for today. I think so. I don't know if Bish will remember this. It may do, but I think JT over here will be all over this. My Forgotten Gem for today is Star Wars Trilogy Arcade.
Star Wars Trilogy Arcade?
Yes.
I take it this is like super old.
Very old. I wouldn't say very old. It's what, 90s, I think?
That's very old. Dan.
It's not very old. It's not very old.
Shut
up.
It's really funny. It does make us feel so old, though, doesn't it? Because it's just
not very old.
It's 2020, guys.
The best way to describe this was it was just awesome because you used to go into an arcade, you used to sink your however much money you wanted to put
all the
into
wedging
it.
in the world, mate.
You used to grab your joystick and you used to fight Darth Vader, and it was at the time just immense. Like it probably doesn't do it a lot of justice being
really
here, but
it looks like literally right now. This looks like a Flash game.
This looks horrendous.
But I love the fact that obviously I completely understand what you mean though. Like back then,
as a kid,
this was huge. Yeah.
Growing up, fighting Darth Vader, watching redoing the scenes from Star Wars, just like as it shows there, you had your Darth Vader fights, you had the X-Wing battles.
I remember playing this. I do actually remember playing this.
It was just...
Yeah, this was the one.
Give us an arcade remaster, please. Just
put it on Steam.
do it.
Put it on Steam.
Put it on Steam, yeah. We'll all buy a joystick for it and just like...
Oh my god.
It's immense. I'm
loving watching this right now. This is great.
Battle of Hoth here as well, yeah.
This is like such a blast from the
Getting
past.
Rogue Squadron vibes,
yeah.
A bit of Rogue Squadron, yeah.
It's great,
just... By the way, Rogue Squadron slaps.
That is a game. This is
a great game.
That was cool. Is it only in, was it only in the arcades?
Yes, as far as I was aware, yes.
I'll have a mooch in a minute.
But...
This game looks amazing. I love it. It's like Time Crisis meets Star Wars, and I love that so much.
From like this game looks like but then it's like this game was sick.
It's fantastic.
You know something? I bet most people have played it and they just don't remember doing it because it was in nearly every arcade back in the 90s.
Out the arcade, you'd probably be able to get there'd be some emulator maybe somewhere, but it's only in the arcade. So go hunt for an arcade machine. A Star Wars Trilogy arcade.
You'd be if I got an arcade machine at this house, I wouldn't get you out, JT. That's
true.
As simple as that, yeah.
That's true.
It is very true.
Buzzing. But that, Dan, thank you for that. That was great.
All right.
Buzzing. Time for the quiz, gentlemen. In celebration of the big boy,
PlayStation 5.
all these songs are from video games which are PlayStation launch games.
Oh, I'm gonna lose this. Let's go.
There's your clue. This is quite hard, so I'll give you more clues, obviously.
Cool.
Easy one first, though.
Cool.
Let's go. Name the game, please. 2 seconds. Let me just a bit of volume. You know what I mean? Just a bit of volume. If you need more volume, let me know. Name the game, please. Cheers. Thank you. Play along in the chat on YouTube if you're playing along as well. That'd be cool.
Demon Souls, is it?
Are you saying Demon Souls?
It's got a very Demons. Yeah, it's Demon Souls, 100%.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. 1-0.
Yeah.
Moving on. What's this one?
Right. Not Bug Snacks, is it?
Is it Little Big Planet?
Did you get my answer?
Yeah, not Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks, okay.
No clue. Yes, one more. Side scroll. Quite a big franchise. Lads. Come on.
Trying to think of side scrollers now.
Black Friday has arrived.
All that. PS1.
Rayman, is it?
Yes.
Oh, of course it is.
Rayman. Congratulations, Daniel. You ready? Let's go. Play the game, please. Thank you. I'm cheating with this one. Sorry.
Is it God of War?
Not God of War. See where you're at, mate.
Yeah. Castlevania.
Big first party franchises.
What console?
The Vita.
Vita?
That was my trick question, mate.
I want it. I'm okay. Uncharted?
It was Uncharted. I'll accept Uncharted because none of you know
The actual game
The
title.
title,
I remember Uncharted on the Vita. I just can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called? Golden Abyss. I'll accept Uncharted because none of you would have got Golden Abyss, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Next one. End the game, please. I expect this one got straight away. Sorry. Platformer.
Platform.
PS4. Lads.
I'll be honest, I have no idea.
You do. Dan, you need this one to draw level, mate.
This is actually annoying me.
Tomb Raider?
No.
3D platformer. PS4. Launch game. Too mediocre.
Knack.
Yeah, no.
You said launch title. I was like, hang on a second.
Knack.
Dan, I'm going to do the last one just for pride, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's go. You ready? Name the game, please. This is a fucking advert. Don't name this, please. Give me a second.
Name the advert. Let's do
What's
that
the
next
advert?
week.
Name the advert.
Shit. What is it, mate?
What was it?
Say it one more time, sorry.
Resogun?
No. Buzzing, though.
Oh, Next Machina.
No. Launch begin. Do you want...
Persona?
No. Close, not really close, but... Do you want the console or the genre of game? I can't give you both because you'll get it.
Console.
PS2.
PS2.
Not on launch.
Zone of the Enders? No idea. I was gonna say it sounded like a fighting game. It's not Street Fighter.
Is it Tekken Tag Tournament?
It is Tekken Tag Tournament. Well done, Dan.
There it is.
Close contest. Bishop, well done, mate.
It's good.
That wraps the show. Unless you've got anything to add before we go.
No, not really.
Buzz in.
All good.
It's
Yes.
been a packed show. It's nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, Bishop.
Sorry.
No,
sorry.
mate.
It was me and Bish.
Yeah, mate, I was chilling.
We had some good talks. Today. It's been good fun.
Mate. Yeah. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell Bishop and Dan, say, listen, lads, Animal Crossing deserves every accolade it gets, yeah? You know what I mean?
And then I'll delete that comment.
Remember, tune in tomorrow, Bishop, twitch.tv/Bish_casual, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
For Gears Tactics, which I'll probably be there, chilling.
I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Living the dream. Yes. Yeah, Dan, are you chilling this weekend? Are you going to crack on with Nier, or...?
Not doing much over the weekend, so I'm going to do some more Nier Automata.
I'll be chilling.
Great game, by the way.
Yes. I haven't fucking started how much I love Nier Automata. I'll be all fucking day.
Incredible. It is an incredible game.
Yeah. But again, thank you everyone for coming. That's what she said. And we'll see you on possibly tomorrow, but Tuesday for another casual report where we'll hopefully Jan will be back and we'll be chatting shit again. Thanks very much, guys. Keep it real. Bye bye.
Peace.